this session is going to be on how to Thinkorswim. How do we use Thinkorswim to be able to have the right tool sets to trade, to actually conduct technical analysis and be in profitable trades. So I have a quote here from Forbes, and the question is, do you have the right tools to succeed? So I want you to drop a 1 if you believe that you have the right tools to succeed, and drop a 2 if you think that you do not. Okay, so lots of 1s. Excellent. Okay, 1 and 2, a couple 2s in here. Okay, so my goal by the end of this session is that you have the right tools in Thinkorswim to be able to succeed, to be able to conduct technical analysis, to be able to become profitable, to be, to know how to use them, right? Because you could talk about a trend line all day, but if you don't know how to use a trend line, then what's the point of knowing what a trend line is, right? Same thing when it comes to Fibonacci's, support and resistance, and things like that. So we will definitely tackle that today. So part of the content today, we're going to do a walkthrough of, what is the Thinkorswim portal or the desktop client. We are also going to talk about the real-time data setup. We're going to go through the chart setups and also adding studies. We talked about the 9 and 21. We've talked about trend lines. We talked about these different patterns. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in Thinkorswim. And if we do find a profitable trade, I will get into a trade as well. We're going to talk about how to actually create a watch list. So how do you actually have a watch list that you can go to know exactly what's going on with that stock, whether or not there has been a change throughout the day, things like that. We're also going to go over scanners, right? You want to be efficient. You want to be an efficient trader. You don't want to be in front of your screen all day. That's not going to do anything good for you, right? You want to be efficient, and you want to know exactly what to do to become a efficient trader. We're also going to go about on drawing tools. How do you actually use the drawing toolbox that we have in Thinkorswim? Thinkorswim is super, super extensive. So we're definitely going to cover that. And then lastly, the on-demand feature. Okay. It's 12:08 right now. Before we get started, I do have a question for you. Do you want to be a busy or a productive trader? So drop busy or drop productive. What do you want to be? Okay, because a lot of people are very, very busy traders and you're in front of a screen all day, but the productive, as I can see from the chat here, that's definitely the way to go when it comes to trading. You want to be productive in everything you do, right? We want to be able to get in and out, make our goal, and go about our day, spend time with family, and have freedom. That's the whole scope behind trading. And I definitely want to say that I'm very, very proud of each single person part of this chat. And the reason why is because things like the stock market, those are things that people run away from, right? And here you are learning, putting in the work, being consistent, having discipline to become that next gen trader. And again, I definitely applaud you and I definitely appreciate you for tapping in. So today we're definitely going to, definitely tackle that. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is actually go through the walkthrough of the portal, real-time data. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And I am going to solve one of the problems that most people should have or may have in their Thinkorswim. So let me go ahead and just change screens here. Give me one quick second. And I want every single person to open up their Thinkorswim. Drop a 1 once you have Thinkorswim open and that you have logged in. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let me get my brush ready, which is the tool that I use to point and stuff like that. So let me get that ready. All right. So a couple of different things that we have here. When you log in, if you are in paper trading, again, if you are in paper trading, you're going to see this. It's going to say simulated trading. Drop a 1 if this is what you currently see in your environment. Excellent. Excellent. For those that are using iPads and mobiles, it's a totally different ballgame. I'm going on the desktop because I highly recommend you to be on a desktop, either an iMac, any type of desktop, or not a laptop to be able to trade. Okay. If you're in live, that's totally cool. We're not going to execute any trades. And if we do, I will definitely let you know. But if you're in live, you can stay on live. That's totally cool. Right. So simulated trading is what I'm on right now. Under that, you have account info. This tells you exactly your options buying power. This tells you, how much money you got for Forex and basically more on your available balance when it comes to your trading. Right. On the left-hand side here, you're going to see these different little boxes. These little boxes are very, very critical, and I'm going to show you why. Here, it shows live news, right? So for example, let's say if I'm trading Tesla and I want to have live news just popping up because you never know, a bad catalyst may happen, things happen when it comes to Teslas, or if not, they got good news when it comes to deliveries. That directly affects the stock. So for that reason, you can have the live news there. And again, all you got to do is just change the ticker, and it will go ahead and populate and update that as you go throughout the day. right? Next, we have here the Trader TV. Trader TV is TD Ameritrade. So if I click on play here, I can watch TD Ameritrade. So while I'm trading, I can watch TD Ameritrade and have these different analysts give me insight when it comes to what's happening across the stock market. Me personally, I don't use that. People do like to use that. Me personally, I try to block out the noise, trade my plan, trade my strategy, and just go with that. Okay. So then we have watch list, then we have quick chart. Okay. Right now, we're going to do two things, and I do want you to follow. The first thing I'm going to do is that I want you to go to settings. If you have the Trader TV, I want you to take that out. And if you have more than one watch list, I only want you to keep one. Okay. So if you have Trader TV, take that out. And if you have more than one watch list, I only want you to keep one. So I want yours to look like this: account info, live news, quick chart, and then watch list. And again, I'll definitely give you time to drop a 1 if you are there. And of course, if you want to come off mute and ask questions, more than happy to. Okay, so Brian, good job. Lenita, good job. Nicole, great job. Kathia, Randy, Reggie, good job. Excellent, excellent, perfect. Let's go ahead and give it a few more seconds. The settings, I think it was, yeah, the settings is all the way at the bottom. You're going to see this plus sign at the right-hand side. You're going to see the settings, right? So all you got to do is just click on settings for customized gadgets, and then you're going to have all your gadgets, and then on the right-hand side, you can X them out. Right, so that gear icon is the settings icon. Okay, so drop.
Somebody had asked also, how did you get it into the simulated trading? I know I see it on the top.
Great question. So let me go ahead and do that. So I'll let you get to this point. Let me go ahead and show how I did that. Right. So I want you to quit Thinkorswim. So once we quit Thinkorswim, and then I look for my Thinkorswim. I have a Mac. You may have a Windows. Same thing. Right. Just look for Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim will just start, rendering, installing updates, and then from there is going to give you a signing page. Within that signing page, once it populates here, right, you're able to toggle between live trading, which is going to be green, and pay per money, which is going to be that gold looking color. Right, I put my password in, I log in, and then I wait. Roll Mark, you are right in time. I'm going to show exactly how to set up real-time trading in a second. Okay, let's give it a second. It usually takes a few seconds for Thinkorswim to open. But while we do that, if you already logged in to Thinkorswim, just go ahead and get the watch list and everything like that going.
By the way, I know some of you guys are at work listening to this. It'll be available right afterwards on Facebook and on our website in a few days. So feel free to still listen in. But I know it might be difficult, but we got you.
Definitely. So now I'm back into my simulated trading. I can see that, hence the gold banner at the top. All right, simulated trading. Is there a limited time frame we have access to paper trading? Nope, you have that for life. Chris, what site would you recommend if a brokerage doesn't have paper trading? Thinkorswim is the one that I really recommend for paper trading.
By the way, this is free to set up, right? So for you, some of you guys that are just learning, I would recommend downloading it just to go through the process with us, so you can get to know it. Even if you use something else.
Yeah. So definitely download that. Please download the desktop client on your iPad and mobile device. Is going to look a lot different. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue. We have live news on BA. Then we have quick chart. Under quick chart, I usually put SPY. All right. I usually like to put SPY in here. And let's go ahead and go to the bottom. I want you to click on the plus sign. So not the settings icon. I want you to go to add gadget. That's going to open up this pane. And I want you to get another quick chart. So now this quick chart, what I want you to put here is VIX, V-I-X. Does anyone know what the VIX is? Drop it in the chat if you know what the VIX is. Drop a 1 if you know what the VIX is. What is the volatility index? Drop a 2 if you do not. Okay, so lots of 1s. Excellent, perfect. You definitely have heard Ian talk about it. Lawrence for sure talk about the VIX. The VIX is basically the volatility index. It shows fear across the market, right? So the higher the VIX, the more selling there is across the market. The lower the VIX, the more buying there is across the market.